Hi there, beautiful people. Welcome back to Stories Down Under. Today, I am so excited to bring you another story from Down Under. Today, I will let my guest introduce yourself. And as you can tell from the thumbnail, we're talking about different career paths that Black women in Australia are exploring. So stay tuned till the end because we have a legendary story to tell. But before that, I'll let my guest introduce herself.
My name is Mumbi Stafford. I am a mom of 3 beautiful daughters. I am a wife as well to my now husband, and I am a flight attendant. I come from a village called Kalalu in Nanyuki, Africa. And that's about me.
What a beautiful introduction. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
And I'm so excited because I have a confession to make. Since I was a little young girl, whenever I traveled on planes, I always used to admire the cabin crew so much. And I actually wanted to be a cabin crew member. But well, at least I have a friend who is one and I can know about the experience. And maybe, who knows, one day there's still a long...
That's right.
Life ahead, right?
Yes.
Well, so we're going to jump straight into it. And I want to know, just give us a brief about your background. How did you come to Australia?
So I came in Australia in 2012, May. So I've just turned 12 years in Australia now.
Wow.
And I came as a fiance by then because I met my husband before online, and then that's another story. And then I moved here to join him because he was working here in Perth.
Nice. Very, very nice. So if you really want to know about the love story of Mumbi and her husband, we're going to leave a link to the story. I've watched the story. She's a YouTuber as well. You probably forgot to say that.
Yes, thank you.
And she has a very, very nice love story of her and her husband. So we're going to link that into this video as well. So if you're curious, like I was, please remember to watch her video. So Mumbi, and what about the cabin crew? How did you always want to be a cabin crew member? Did you always want to be an air hostess? And how did you start that journey?
So when I was a little girl like yourself, I always wanted to be an air hostess. I think it's a girl's thing because I've met so many people, so many women, whether, like from all different backgrounds who say the same thing. I always wanted to be an air hostess. I always wanted to be a flight attendant. So I always wanted to be one. And unfortunately, my background, I think our parents did not really think it was a proper career by then. So I had either an air hostess or in the army. Can you believe? So I really loved the army.
Wow.
I was actually in a school band in high school, and I was so ready to join the army. And it was so easy if I wanted to because I used to go to the showgrounds and all that sort of thing. And they were happy to have me after I finished high school. But that also, my dad was not too sure about the army. I think, so it's like 2 career paths that my parents were like, can't you choose something else? So my dad talked me into hospitality. So I never pursued the air hostess dream. I never pursued the army. So after I finished high school, I went to college and I had my hospitality. So I trained to be it was food production, so it's like being a chef or a cook, which I became. But still, my dream of being an air hostess was still there and burning.
Was alive,
So even though I was in hospitality and working in hospitality, I went to a few interviews. I used to go around walking even like KQ to give my resume. Kenya Airways, that is, for those who are wondering what KQ is. There was Flight 40 and 540 and many other airlines in Kenya. So I used to take my resumes, but can you believe I had no airline in Kenya get back to me? I don't know where my resumes were ending up at. But anyway, so that dream was like getting to die, but then I thought maybe I need to try Emirates and Qatar, which I did. And I went through the whole process of the interview until the last one, I think 1-on-1, I always say it's either my fate was not supposed to be with Emirates or Qatar, or I was not confident enough for the one, for the 2-on-1 when they put you in the spot and you have to answer questions when one person is looking at you, then the other one is asking.
Yeah, that's quite daunting.
Yes, it was so daunting. So it's either I was intimidated by that, or maybe my fate was just not to be a flight attendant in the Middle East as well. Or Yeah, so always wanted to be a flight attendant.
That's really good to hear. So how did you become one in Australia?
So when I moved here, I came and I got a job in hospitality. And I worked for like 6 months. Then I was pregnant. So I came as a fiance. It was really quick. All those stories, you will find them in my channel. It was really quick. Like, became pregnant. We got married before I got pregnant. And then I stopped work, the hospitality job. So I was a stay-at-home mom for 5 years.
Yeah.
And just when I was starting to feel like the pressure from everyone asking me, when do you go back to work? And I was like, you know what? I don't know if I want to go back to hospitality.
Yeah.
I might give it a try, the air hostess, because that dream was still there.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know how they go about it here, but I still feel like I need to do it. And everybody else around me was obviously encouraging me to get into maybe disability or nursing, all those other different careers. But I just felt there was I'm still gonna try and pursue my dream. If it doesn't work, then that's when I'll switch to something else. So I went on online. I saw that they were taking people. And I just applied. Then I applied and I said, I did not know how. So in that application thing, there was a place, it's mandatory to be knowing how to swim. So I said, I don't know how to swim. I was really honest, some honest that will not get you anywhere. But anyway, I said that, and the automatic system, the way it just sends you a message, like, because the computer said, there is one requirement that is really major that you haven't qualified. As soon as I saw that, with another email, I said I know how to swim. Because in my mind, I was like, if this is what is going to stop me, then I'm going to go and start swimming. I'm going to learn how to swim.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, because I knew that I have the hospitality background, the customer service and all that. And every other thing there.
You ticked every box.
I ticked every box. Yeah. The only box that was not ticking is the swimming one. I was like, you know what? I think I could do this. Yeah. I know it's going to be hard, but I could do it. So I said, yes, I know how to swim. And then the system just brought, congratulations, you're in. We are taking the resume to the next level.
Yeah.
So after a few days, I got the email saying, congratulations, we got your resume and we would like to invite you to an interview. But before then, they call it an elevator pitch. So it's like how we would be in an elevator, and I introduce myself in 60 seconds. So I had to do that, stand in the camera and record yourself and do that. So I did. And I sent it. Then after like 72 hours, I got an email saying, we've invited you to a group, interview. Yeah, so that's how the process went. And then after that, went to the interview, was on my daughter's birthday. So I was like, heavens, everything, hoping. Yeah, and I went and did the interview. Then I waited to be called, and that's how I got in.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
What a beautiful. So it was just a turnaround of about a week or so
to
get a job?
No.
Yeah.
It actually took like nearly 6 months.
Nearly 6 months.
Because it's a process. Then they keep you in a talent pool.
Yeah.
So, and then it's a lot of interview process. You do the group, then after that you do the one-on-one, and then you do the swimming assessment. There is obviously the medicals and stuff, and then they have to wait and take people in sections. Like they take like eight into every ground school. They don't take too many people at once.
Wow.
So I had to
immediately
wait.
you had to start doing the swimming lessons.
So as soon as I did my elevator pitch, I was like, this is getting serious.
Yeah.
So I need, I spoke, that's when I told my husband, actually. I had not told my husband that I have tried to apply.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, this is so exciting. You've always wanted this. I'm so happy. Now get into that pool.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow. So I was crying like a baby when the very first day when I went to the swimming pool. So when I was looking for a swim school that could help me, it was really hard. Like I got told some were very expensive, then some I don't think they believed that I could pay. I could afford to pay because I wanted a one-on-one so that it's quicker.
Yeah.
And then I called and I spoke to one person who was really helpful, and she sent me to someone else. She gave me her contact. So she linked us up, and then this lady was amazing. I went there. I told her, look, just treat me like a little baby, how you start training them swimming from when they're very little. So that's how we went. So I started swimming. I was a mom, don't forget, with 2 kids.
Yeah.
I had to pay so much money, and also the determination, because when you're
There's
32 years old,
waiting,
when you're 32 years old and learning how to swim.
Yeah. Oh, that's lovely. I can imagine. I learned swimming when I was a little girl. So as a grown-up, how long would that take you to actually be a competent swimmer?
Oh my goodness. Not even, I can't say I was really competent, to be honest. But it was good swim enough, like to be able to rescue someone, like to drag someone in if you landed in water. Yeah, if we landed in water, and also to rescue myself. So it's that sort of swimming, but it's not competent. But it took me like 3 months.
Wow.
Yes, and lots of dedication,
and
practice. Yes, because you have to tread water for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
You have to swim the 50 meters. And when I grew up, we were told, don't go in anywhere near water because you're gonna drown.
Yeah.
So to have
to change
that mentality and know that you're safe and you'll be fine. Yeah, that's why I think it took a while.
Because you have to get away with the phobia and whatnot.
Yes.
But well done. Do you enjoy swimming nowadays?
I do take the kids, and I think the most I enjoy is just being able to get into the water and comfortably not worry about the drowning, like the way I was like, oh my gosh, what if something happens to my kids? I still maybe will call someone to come and help me, but I feel very comfortable to be able to play with them in the water. And I know that I could save them without worrying too much. Like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? Yeah.
Excellent. Well done.
Yeah.
So is that during the 6 months, once you got the job, how long did they train you? How long did the training take? Yeah,
so after swimming, I was very lucky because these 3 months of swimming, it took so long before they called me to go and get my swimming assessment done. So I was already done. My deal was I was competent enough to go and do the assessment. So it took around 4 months. So July, that's when I went for my interview, and I did not attend ground school until November. So the ground school took 4 weeks, very intense. Thank goodness for our parents, because my mom came to help me with the kids. There's no other way I would have been able to do it. Then my husband quit his job to come and help me study, because everything was so different. I had never heard of some terminologies and all that sort of thing. So it took a team effort.
Is quite intense.
It's like the army.
It's quite intense, and you have a lot of exams, and you still haven't gotten the job until you pass the assessment.
Until you pass everything.
Oh, nice. Well done. And how is it being an African in that area? Because I'll tell you a fact that if I would be so happy to travel in Australia and see a cabin crew member who's of my color and race, but I haven't. But that's why I was so stoked when I saw that you actually a cabin crew member and you're African. So how would you say, how has been your your cabin crew experience as an African? Is it any different? Do you find people that treat you indifferently, or how has it been in general?
Yeah, I've been very, very lucky. With my company, it's like discrimination or racism or anything, like it's not, they don't put up with it. And also, having said that, individual people, like, they're just really nice. I found, I can say maybe favor. Like, I used to tell my dad, it's the angels that you said, they will always be there for me. Even when I was like in ground school, everybody just wanted to come through for me and help me study and group, you know, like, and even at work, I've not really quite experienced any discrimination or racism, but you know, like, you get one or two few people like will say something and you're like, I know where you want to get, you know, get to, or they even say something about someone else, you know, like, but it's very few of them, to be honest. Like, majority are amazing colleagues. I enjoy it. They make me not feel like I'm alone and looking different. But having said that, I get really excited when I see a ground school of like indigenous people coming through, or you know, just someone brown like me. It's only people like us who can really quite understand what that means, to see someone else who looks like you. When I was on maternity leave, because I just went back in November, I came back. When I was on mat leave, I saw that there was another African who had joined, and I was like, yay! Another little Mumbi, you know? That sort of thing. So I feel really good to see other people, but also, what also I feel is like we have to work a bit harder to, you know, like, so that, because I want to see more. I want to see more of them.
It's like you're representing the continent.
I'm representing.
I always feel like that.
Yes, I'm representing the continent. The other day I was just going through Conta's, I think, lookbook or something. I think it was just an ad, and I saw there was another brown skinned lady. And I know at Virgin there is lots of them in Melbourne. Like, I've never been on a flight like you where I saw a black person or a brown, you know, like a brown, Maori and that sort of thing, but black, no. But I have seen a few in the crew room, and I went like, oh my goodness, hi, you know, like I get all excited. But they're in different bases, and I think it's mostly international.
Well done. That's good. Definitely. I'm sure maybe some people may not relate, but representation means a lot. It means a lot.
It does.
For me, every time I've worked in an office and I find myself just sometimes being alone in that environment, or being in a boardroom where you're just dealing with people of different races, and just seeing someone who looks like you or interacting with them, it gives you that sense of they understand you, they understand your background. So I suddenly hear what you're saying. So, and then just this one is a stereotype that I always thought is that, do you have to be as beautiful and as tall and as gorgeous as you are, Mumbi, to actually be a cabin crew member?
No, that's the other good thing about Australia. Like, let's even start from, I was a mom when I became cabin crew, you know, like, I'm not sure about Kenya, but I know in the Middle East, like, you hardly go to apply for jobs, I think, when you're a mom already, you know, like, there'll be lots of questions asked. And, you know, like, I remember when I was applying for Emirates and Qatar those days, they wanted us to be under 30 years old. Yes, and it was almost like you're not really encouraged. I don't want to talk too much about it, but I felt there was limits to some things. But with us, like, you come as a mom, you come as a thick girl. We have thick girls. We have older people who come in at 50 years, can you believe? And they start the career. Yes, that's I know. Amazing. It's really, really good. Like, it doesn't matter from which background, as long as I think you can pass that interview. And it's amazing.
Oh, that's good.
Very open-minded.
So what about the height? Do you have to be of a certain height? Because I'm thinking, like, if
we have shorter people, we have way shorter people. I remember when I started, I used to laugh at there was a lady who has now left, and she always used to, like, go on top of something and like do her checks. Do her checks. And I remember thinking, there's no way in Emirates, like she would have been there. But it's really nice to see that, as long as you're good at your job and your merits take you there. I don't think they would really take like really, really short people, to be honest. But at the same time, it's like, I think as long as you can be able to reach those lockers, it's fine. You don't have to be able to just close them like this when you're so tall. You have to be tall and brains for it and everything. A whole package.
Oh, that's good. That's good to hear. So at least I know I can qualify.
Yes, you can. Oh my goodness, come and join me. I would love to have you.
Okay, that's good to hear. So you've mentioned about your husband and your kids. So how do you find balancing your career and family life and personal life? How has that been for you?
It's been challenging. Challenging in regards to my husband works away, has always worked away. He used to work away for more weeks than now, so it's getting better now. And the kids have grown older. They help me a lot, and we help each other. They're there. We can talk. But we've always relied on, because we don't have any family here. His family is in New Zealand and some eastern states. And my family is in Kenya. So we've always had babysitters, helpers, au pairs. Have you heard of au pairs?
No.
So they come like from Europe and they're traveling. You give them accommodation and food, and in return they look after the kids.
Oh, that's amazing.
Then you give them pocket money. So that has been really helpful. So nannying around, and more importantly, we spoke about this even before I started my job, and we said, we have kids. We know Ross works away. So it was very important for us to make sure that at least they have one parent present a lot. Most of the time. So we've been very lucky enough to have a company that helps me to do that. I go part-time. I do 3 days a week. And like during COVID, they were very flexible. They let me work when Ross was away, was home, and that sort of thing. So I do 3 days a week. Flexible work arrangements. Thank goodness for Fair Work for bringing such a thing, because we are able to be able to just work less and look after the kids. So that's how we try and balance when he's away, and then of course when he's home, we try to give the nanny a break. Sometimes she still works so that we can have some time together, our time together.
Nice. That's really good to hear. All right. So just another question. What do you love most about your job?
I love the incentives that we get. There is so much like travel. We get to travel cheaply. I'm able to go back home as often as I can. When I say often, I don't mean twice a year. Maybe at least once a year or once in 2 years. And I know it's going to be affordable. I love the fact that I can look after people and care after people when we are at 30,000 feet, because I love flying as well. By the way, I love planes. Love planes. I have a love of plane like no other. And looking after people, it's very rewarding in that way, to take them to their destination, to see how the smiles and the people who come to get them, they're so happy. And we do lots of mine sites travel. And I think my favorite flights are the family days. So we take families to the mine sites, and you can see how the kids are so excited to be going to see daddy or mommy, whoever works away. I love that sort of care in that way.
That's good. Not everybody can say that they love their job, so that's really good to hear. And so what challenges do you experience in your kind of role?
The challenges are like waking up early mornings. Sometimes I'm at work at 4 a.m.
Oh my God.
Yes. And then sometimes when we are on call, you might think you're safe, but you're not, because they might ring you like, at 3:30 a.m. and they're like, oh, I've got a flight for you at this time. And then you end up in Adelaide, or you end up in Darwin, Hobart, or somewhere, And for those long flights, if you are not ready, like with your food preparation, because sometimes we make lunches. So we call them RPT, like the flights that we take people, not the charter ones, the other ones. So we like a budget airline. We don't really give food. You have to buy. So instead of us buying, we just make our own meals and take it to work. So yeah, challenges like that. Sometimes you don't have a meal ready and you have to be at the airport in 2 hours. So those sort of things, and waking up so early, sometimes finishing a little bit late. You could go and break down somewhere, and especially me, without family, I can't just call mom, where are you? Pick the kids up from school. So it has to be the nanny. And that is, you pay extra. I pay extra money, like for the whole night now to be with the kids, so those sort of things.
Wow. So what has been the most, like, have you had an experience, like a really scary experience when you're on air? Because that would be the most, I think when I think about being a cabin crew member, more is like, what about if we have to like take off the flight when it's still on air? Have you had an experience like that?
My very first time, we call them missed approach. So that's when like the gear is extended for landing, and then maybe for some reason the pilots are not able to see, or there is like a bird strike. There is something on the runway and they can't land. And then the power, like I remember the very first time, it was like, we're ready, we're seated, we're going, and then
it gets really rough.
Yes, and I know that we had studied about it, but nothing had prepared me to feel that power, the gear power, and it's like, oh my goodness, are we okay? Are we going down or something? Things like that. But and bumps. I used to really fear bumps before, but what they do after ground school, they let us go and sit with the pilots into the flight deck so that you can see how, like how they are busy, what they do there. They will explain to you. And then I came to realize that it's all in here. We fear bumps because we don't know what's going on. But they're so chilled in there. When the bumps are happening, they just go like, it's just like a bumpy ride on in the car or something. And from then, I don't fear bumps as anymore. I used to do.
So bumps is the turbulence.
The turbulences. Yes, the bumps are the turbulences.
Okay. That's good. That's good to hear. So what I'm always like, in Australia, I'll tell you, a lot of Africans, most of us are either a lot of people are in the healthcare industry.
Yes.
A lot of people. I think,
is very true.
I'm an accountant myself, but I remember even when I was studying, someone told me, oh, what are you doing? Why are you studying accounting? You should be in healthcare. So either healthcare, and I think a lot of them are also in maybe education. Not as much as in healthcare. I think healthcare is there at the lead. So what made you choose a different career path? I know it was your dream, but like, how did you go about like believing that you could actually get a different job?
I like that question. I like being different to start with. So even though I liked being a flight attendant, the more people told me that healthcare is the one that pays, healthcare is the one that, like everybody is there. I remember actually somebody saying, I've never seen a black flight attendant. I wonder if they could take you, and I was like, I love that challenge. I will prove you wrong.
We can do everything.
Yes, we can do everything. And that's why I really admire people like you who have taken other fields as well, like accounting or, like hospitality hospitality probably even, lots of Africans, not as many as well as in the healthcare, everybody else who is, I believe it's better to do what you're mostly passionate about as well. Because I could have been in the healthcare, but I'm not really passionate. But flying, I'm so passionate. When I give, like show up and, give a smile when when I can smile, it's just really nice. It's rewarding for me to help people, especially moms who are struggling on the plane. There is this thing, Mumbi loves, give Mumbi the kids, the moms with kids, she will brief them, that sort of thing. Just loving being different and doing what I'm passionate about. That's what really gave me the drive.
Oh, God bless.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. That's really nice.
Yeah.
And very inspiring as well. Just to do what inspires you and what you love, and to do it happily and gladly. So thank you for representing us out there.
Oh, thank you. So, and thank you for representing us in the accounting industry as well, in the office, because we don't have many people who are in the corporate.
Yeah, that's right. So, Mumbi, what is your goal? What's your 5-year plan? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years or 10 years?
So as we said, I'm a YouTuber. I'm really hoping to grow this YouTube more and more, to reach to many people, to inspire people with my stories, to encourage people. We can do this, collaborations, talking about different things. And also I really hope that we can have halved our mortgage. Those goals of and just seeing the kids blossom into whatever fields they are in. Still, I think I'll still be a flight attendant for sure, because I enjoy it. But just being a businesswoman who is successful on the side as well, that is very important.
Amazing. And here at Stories Down Under, we sincerely wish you all the best. Thank you for being a guest here today. I am going to be leaving Mumbi's link. She's got a beautiful family, and please make sure to watch and to support her as well. So Mumbi, any parting shot you'd like to put out there as we wind up?
Yes, I would love to encourage anyone who, because I've met people who have asked, how can I join, go to the Virgin Australia website or Qantas. They're always looking for people, especially now. They're really looking for other cabin crew. Apply, and knowing that Mumbi is there, you will come and find me. And if you can't, you can always reach out and I can tell you what you need to do, because that's the other challenge that I had. I did not know anyone who looked like me to even get stockings to wear, the makeup, those sort of things. And just somebody to tell me how the process goes. And most people that I work with, they knew someone, so they had the idea. I had no idea. So I know how important it is to relate with someone, and I'm very open to that. So karibuni sana, very welcome to ask questions, and I will keep talking about this on my channel as well. Come on, join us, and let's be many.
God bless. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
I'll probably, when I have a year break, because I plan to take a career break and venture into other things, maybe cabin crew will be one of them. So thank you so much.
They will love you. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you guys again for watching. Please remember to go and show some love to Mumbi. I'm sure you're going to really enjoy her love story. That's my favorite. And I hope to see you guys on the next one. Don't forget to like, to share, and to subscribe. Thank you, and God bless. Bye.
Thank you.